Hey all, it's Nim or Nimicry if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Now today, we're going to be talking about that most balanced of games. That game that's been out for 15, 16 years. That game whose community embraced me with all the love of a father who doesn't love me. I, of course, am talking about World of Warcraft. Now, World of Warcraft, as you know, has gone through many iterations. We're on Shadowlands, which, let's see, Vanilla, TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, Battle for Azeroth, and of course, Shadowlands. It's gone through a lot of changes. Odds are things are going to be broken, and after all, we remember the Naked Warlock with the Lei Shin trinket in Mists of Pandaria, which finally ended snapshotting. Today, we're going to be talking about something else that is broken, but I think in a less meaningful way. Still interesting. An article on Wowhead describes it. Naked Mage kills Twisting Corridor, floor 18 boss solo. Now, we all know that in Torghast, the right combination of class, player, persistence, and most importantly, look at me. Look at me right in my face when I say this. RNG. RNG is the most important. Can produce some spectacular results. We've seen players one-shot bosses, players kill bosses with one ability, players crit for enormous amounts, and while not all of these have been mages by a long stretch, one underlying truth has been consistent. Mages are particularly OP in Torghast. I'm going to pause for a second and let that roll over. There's a problem with that sentence. Let's see if you guys can spot it. The word is R. R is the problematic word. It's mages can be particularly OP in Torghast. Again, with the right RNG. My lead mod and greatest philosopher of all time, Eevee, mains an arcane mage. And while some runs have been fine, I do remember at the beginning and near, month 2 of Shadowlands, being told, Nim, this is terrible. This is just terrible. This is terrible because the powers weren't there. Now, if the RNG was good, it was like, oh, hold on now. I'm going to introduce you to your new god. And just slap people. But if it wasn't like that, it was bad. Mages, glass cannons don't have a whole lot of self-healing. I, of course, ran a paladin. I had self-healing all day. Damage spikes weren't up there, but I could survive stuff that would kill a mage. Ilya Pavlenko has now proven that beyond a doubt, what more is there to say? Naked Mage kills Twisting Corridors, floor 18 boss solo. Now, watch after the kill to see the 44 anima powers, including Roots of the Dream Tree, which increases maximum health by 100% and prevents knockback effects. Very useful for a caster. Highly Polished Hand Mirror. Your mirror images become more intelligent, gaining access to more spells and abilities. And of course, 7 Sapphire Prisms. Mirror images generates 2 additional mirror images. What layer was it? Who cares? Pavlenko is the reigning king of Torghast. So let's discuss this just a little bit more. All right, so we can see. We're not going to watch the video. You can watch the video if you want to. It's on Wowhead. It's fine. If I got to start off with, let's say, Shard of Milk Glass and 3 of the Ashen Hollow cooldown reductions, plus the Avenging Wrath, one that increases the duration of Avenging Wrath by 3 seconds every time I throw a hammer, which I've had that build before. I had like 9 minutes of Avenging Wrath. I would go through whole floors of Avenging Wrath because I had the Avenger's Medallion, the Winged Medallion, which also let me start with, I think I had 1.5 minutes of Avenging Wrath. So by the time, it would never fall off. I would just constantly be doing damage, constantly be throwing Hammers of Wrath, plus having 4 extra charges. It was an amazing build, and I got to break it a little bit. Then they nerfed it to where you can't get so many charges of things. This right here, we're seeing 7. So we're getting 14 additional mirror images. Now, am I mad at this mage for this? No. It's Torghast. Torghast is a weekly chore. Now, if you're a hardcore Mythic Raider, you've probably got a couple of level 4 legendaries that you don't really need to worry about. And we know that it's useless to essentially farm currency because there's going to be some type of mechanic that renders all of the farming you did useless. You might be one rung up the ladder if you farmed every week all the max stuff, as opposed to level 0. But the difference between 0 and 1 is 1 run. Now, will that help in the world first race for the next raid tier? Maybe. Probably not. The point to take away from this is that Torghast should be allowed to be broken. I don't think that Sapphire Prism should be nerfed. I think you should be able to have as many of those as you want, just as you should have as many blood beacons, or I know my tank friend had the 4 horsemen at one point. He got 3 out of the 4. You should be able to get all 4 horsemen, and they just hit like Mack trucks and pull things. Yeah, break it, because here's the thing. As soon as you leave Torghast, gone. Powers are gone. So let them break it. Let's get through this weekly chore, this mandatory chore. And if you think that it's not mandatory to have stronger gear, well, you're not pushing anything above LFR. So, sure. Just like it's not mandatory to have a high IO score, because you can just be invited through the LFG system. Right? Sure, there's a possibility that you're invited through the LFG system. There's also a possibility that a car drives through my door off-screen right now, even though I'm on the third floor of an apartment. There's a possibility. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Anyways, guys, this has been a video talking about a naked mage, things that are broken, and other stuff in World of Warcraft. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, as you will get regular content uploaded into your feed directly. Outside of that, you should see a list of names scrolling by right now. Those illustrious individuals, those gods among mere mortals, are my patrons. If you would like to join them, you can at patreon.com/Nimicry. Outside of that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a pleasant evening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.